And I'm going to start PowerPoint. Okay, so tonight's Zoom, we're going to go over our comp plan, how we get paid. And it's kind of complicated, and I'm not going to lie, I'll probably get confused myself as I'm going through this because, some people are really good at this kind of stuff, and I think majority of us, it confuses us pretty easy. So we're just going to go over our comp plan. And as we've already mentioned to you guys before, there's 5 ways we get paid in this company. One is wrap cash, which is just when you buy wraps and you sell them on hand, like straight to people, you get wrap cash. The other is our fast start bonuses, which is when you sign a distributor and that distributor gets their first 2 customers within 30 days of joining and they're commission qualified, then you get a $100 bonus. And then we have residual income, which is just flat out commissions. And that's what we're going to spend a lot of this Zoom on. And we will touch on a lot about fast start bonuses too. And then we have leadership bonuses, which are kind of like fast starts. And then we'll go over that towards the end. And then we have promotional bonuses, which is our go bonus, which is going on right now. And there's been different types of bonuses throughout It Works history. They always do something and some kind of a promotional bonus. So, and as I already mentioned about the wraps, we're going to talk about wrap rewards. And as you guys should already know, to become commission qualified, there's 2 ways to do it. You either get 150 in personal volume and under you, which comes from customers, or you run your own auto ship of 80 in volume. And then, like I've mentioned in the past too, the difference between bonus volume is just simply the volume that is assigned to different products. Depending on what product it is, and if you look it up on your eSuite, it will tell you each product is assigned a different volume. Most of them are just a little less than what they cost as far as dollar wise. Like wraps are $59, but they're worth $54 in volume. Some of them are dollar for dollar. I know lip and eye cream is $29 and it's also worth $29 in volume. So they just kind of differ. But that's where your volume comes from. Each product is assigned a volume. And then your personal volume is your own auto ship if you run one, and all the customers that are directly and under you. That is your personal volume. Now your group volume is your personal volume plus the personal volume of every distributor that is in under you. So if you've got 2 distributors in under you, their volume and your volume equals your group volume. Okay, and their customers don't go towards your personal volume, only the customers that are directly in under you. So if you sign a customer and place it in under someone in under you, then that's going to go towards their personal volume, but it's going to go towards your group volume. So sometimes that can be a little confusing. And then we already talked about wrap rewards. The way you get a wrap reward is every time that you sign 2 customers and you keep them directly under you, you don't place them under someone else, you get a wrap reward. And all that means is you get a box of wraps or facials for $25 instead of the normal $59. So if you can get every time you get a wrap reward, you should use them, because after 60 days, that wrap reward will go away. It'll stay in your account for 60 days after you earn it, and you'll have 60 days to purchase a box of wraps for $25. And then you can sell those wraps and make wrap cash. And those are unlimited. You can get as many wrap rewards as you want. Like every 2 customers you get a wrap reward. But now it don't work if you place that customer under someone else, but you could help one of your distributors get a wrap reward. If you place 2 customers and under them, they will get the wrap reward. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Okay, we've already talked about this in the past, but I want to go over it again. Becoming Fast Start qualified. To become Fast Start qualified, all you need to do is become a distributor and get 2 customers and under you. Now you can become Fast Start qualified at any time. It doesn't have to be in your first 30 days. The only thing that happens is if you don't become Fast Start qualified within your first 30 days, then the person that enrolled you won't get their $100 bonus. So if you sign a distributor up and they get their 2 customers, but they're not commission qualified, then they're not going to be Fast Start qualified. So you're going to lose your $100 bonus. But now they can become Fast Start qualified later on. And the reason you want to be Fast Start qualified is because you have to be Fast Start qualified before you can earn those $100 bonuses. So let's say that you have got 2 customers but you've never been commission qualified, and then you sign a distributor, or I place a distributor under you, or someone places a distributor under you. Well, that distributor is commission qualified, and they get their 2 customers, so they're Fast Start qualified, but you won't get the $100 bonus because you never became Fast Start qualified yourself, if that makes sense. So it's one of the first goals when you become a distributor, and if you have anyone signing under you as a distributor, is to get them Fast Start qualified. That way nobody misses out on their $100 bonus. Okay? Now, a couple more things that you guys need to understand. There's a difference between a leg and a qualified leg. A leg is each distributor on your first level that you've signed up, or on any level throughout your organization. So anytime a distributor signs and you place them somewhere in your organization, they are a leg. But now to become a qualified leg, they have to get at least 400 in group volume. And as we talked about in the beginning, group volume it'll be their auto ship plus their customer sales plus anyone in under them's sales and volume. It all adds up. Like you see this chart here, I have you, and you have distributor 1 and distributor 2. Distributor 1 might get 400 in volume because they've run an auto ship and they've signed several customers, and like they've just done it without any help, like they just got 400. Now distributor 2 might have a couple more distributors in under them, and all of their volume added up is what's got that distributor to 400. And this is important when we start looking at like when you want to promote to executive or Ruby or Emerald or Diamond. When you see that chart, even if you have all of the distributors in place where you need them to be, that you still have to get them all to 400 in order for you to promote. So that's what we call, when you see us talking about a qualified leg, that means that is someone, a distributor in your organization, and they are at 400 in group volume. And just like I was saying, like you've probably seen, like when we had this $9.99 deal and we signed a lot of distributors, you've probably seen a lot of people being boxed in for different ranks. That just means they have the people in place that they need to reach that rank, but now they need the volume to go in those places, the 400 group volume, to actually hit that rank. And these are our first few ranks in the company. When you start out, you're just a straight distributor. That's your title. You're just a distributor. Now, when you get 2 people in under you as distributors, and each of those get to 400, then you'll become an executive. As you see, the top one there is an executive. Now, to go Ruby, you need one of the people in under you to be an executive, meaning they have 2 people in under them, and you need 2 more qualified legs out to the side. And that's how you get to Ruby. Now, when you get to Emerald, Emerald is when things start getting a little exciting. Diamond's where you really want to get to, but Emerald, things get a little more exciting. To be an Emerald, you have to have 2 people in under you that are Ruby qualified, and you have to have 2 more legs that are qualified legs, meaning they just have 400 in group volume. And something I want to explain to you guys real quick, I think I'm going to touch on it a little bit later, but like on the Emerald chart there, you see those 2 qualified legs. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's just one person. They could be 2 or 3 distributors and under them, and that's all equaling up to 400. Okay, so it don't mean that there's one person. It just means you need that whole leg to be 400. You might have that distributor, they may have 2 or 3 people in under them, and that person way down in their organization is the only one even working or doing anything, and they may be the reason that leg is even qualified. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Now here's the thing, I'm going to show you a chart here in a minute so this will make more sense. Once you get to Emerald, you can earn commissions on people that are up to 6 levels, up to infinity actually, down your chart, that are like 6 levels or more deep. And I'll show you what that means in a second. And like, just for a quick idea, like if you sign up one distributor and they're on your top line, that's your first level. And then if they sign someone, then that's your second level. And then it just keeps going down. And so I'm going to touch on this Emerald bonus right now, this infinity, they call it the infinity Emerald, whatever, because this is probably one of the parts of the compensation plan that confuses me more than any of them. And I'm just going to read it and then try to talk about it. As an Emerald, you will earn the Emerald bonus. With the Emerald bonus, you will earn an additional 2% payout on bonus volume on unlimited levels, starting with your 6th level and going through the 5th level of the first Emerald or higher in any leg after compression is applied. So What that means is you might be an emerald, okay, and let's say that first ruby leg, that person is actually an emerald, okay? And maybe you haven't gotten, I don't know, you haven't gotten everybody, like you need another qualified leg and you haven't gotten there yet, so you're still stuck as an emerald and you haven't got to diamond yet. I don't know. But anyway, like there's an emerald way down that line somewhere. So you're going to earn 2% commissions on every single person straight down that line until you get to that next emerald. And then you're only going to earn commissions on their first 5 levels, because if they're 6th level, they are going to pick up that 2% commission. And then it's going to go down from there. And that really confuses me, I know. And we're going to look at some charts in a minute and it might help you. So when you hit emerald, you will earn 2% on every single level and under you through infinity until you get to the next emerald. And then you will only earn the 2% on their first 5 levels, and then on their 6th level, they pick up the emerald bonus. So I know that's really confusing. So we're going to go on, and I'm going to touch on this again here in a little bit. Okay, so here's an example of how we get commissions. And I was talking about all those levels. Here's an example of that. So you have you at the top, and you have signed distributor 1, 2, and 3, and they're directly under you. They're on your level 1. They're on your top line. So you're going to get 10% of their volume in commission. But now here's the thing. If you personally enroll them, that means they signed under you, you get an additional 5% bonus because you personally enrolled them. And that goes for anywhere in your organization. Okay, if you enroll someone and stick them way down on your 6th level to help fill up a box, you'll still get that 5% enrollment bonus on them. So you get 10% on your first line. And then your second line is like if distributor 2 signed up 2 distributors, those two distributors will be on your second line. So you still get 10% on the second line too. And then when you get to the third line and the fourth and the fifth line, it's 5%. So the farther you go down, you get 5%. And then on level 6, that's where that emerald the emerald bonus that I just tried to explain, that's where it kicks in. You'll get 2% on that level, and every level below that unless someone down the line is an emerald, and then you will only get through their first 5 levels, and then it cuts off because they pick up the emerald bonus from there on out. Okay, so, and this is group volume, so you'll get 10% of the group volume, and that's what your commissions is on everybody and under you. So you get 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, and then 2 through emerald infinity. And then, like I said, any of these distributors, like this distributor number 10 is on your 5th level, but let's say that's somebody you enrolled, you're going to actually make 10% on them because you enrolled them. So you're going to get the 5% enroller bonus plus the regular 5% commissions that you would get either way. And even like distributor number 12, maybe you enrolled them too. You could get 7% instead of 5, or instead of 2, because you'll get that 5% distributor enrollment bonus. Okay, and this little chart is one that you see in the compensation plan if you go look it up. Now this is where it gets important for you to move up in the ranks, because let's say you're an executive. Okay, you're promoted to executive. So that means that you're eligible to earn commissions on your first level, your second level, and your third level. Let's go back and look at this chart. So let's say you're an executive, right? Okay, you got let's see, distributor 1's at 400, and distributor 2 is at 400, obviously, because they've got 1 million people under them. So you're an executive. And let's say your distributor 3 just never did do much, so they've never promoted, because if they promote, you're probably going to go to Ruby, but they've not got there yet. So let's say, that's the scenario. Distributor 1 and distributor 2 are your 2 legs for your executive. Now you're going to get commissions on distributor 1 and 2, on distributor 4 and 5, and on distributor 6 and 7, but you're not going to get any commissions from level 4 down until you start moving up the ranks. Because once you hit Ruby, then you're going to start earning on these distributor 8 and 9 on level 4, because now you've opened up that part of the compensation plan. Every time you move up in rank, you open up another level that you can earn commissions on. And then as you see here on Emerald, that's when you open it up. You can earn them through infinity up until the next Emerald that's way down in your line. So right now, most of you guys on here are just distributors. So you're only earning on your first and second level, which at this point in the game, you've probably not got anybody on your third level yet, right? So it's not a huge deal. But once you start, the thing is, and this is why I like this setup. Because let's say that, you know, the person, this you at the top here, the very top, let's say that they signed up as a distributor and they got those first 3 distributors and then they just kind of quit. Well, it just so happens that distributor number 2 is like a rock star and goes crazy. I mean, look at all these people they signed up. It's not fair to me for that person at the very top to be getting commissions on all these people that distributor 2 is placed when they're not doing anything. You see what I'm saying? So like, if it wouldn't be fair for them to be able to earn on distributor 12 when they're barely an executive or a Ruby themselves. Like, they, you know, you've got to put in the work. So you can't just like sign up and get lucky and have people in under you that do stuff and then just kick back and not help them or do anything. So that's kind of why I like this setup. Like, you've got to work to get your commissions. So I'm going to take a break right quick and look at the chat and see if I can answer any questions. Okay. At the end, I'm going to go back and, like, if you have any questions, shoot them in the chat. At the end, I'm going to go back and answer them. Okay, and then as I mentioned in the beginning, if you personally enroll any of these distributors, you get a 5% bonus on top of the normal commission rate. Okay, now this is where it kind of gets hairy to me. Okay, once you become a diamond, so we've talked about up until an emerald. Like, once you become an emerald, you earn 2% through infinity until you hit the next emerald way down in your line. Now, when you become a diamond, I'm just going to read this out to you guys, and then we're going to go into it in detail. Okay, to become a diamond, you have to have 1 emerald and under you and 1 ruby and under you, and then you got to have 3 additional 400 boxes over there somewhere. And then, like I mentioned before, those 400 boxes, it might not just be those, you know, just one person. There could be several distributors and under them, but they just have it. They could be like an executive, you know, they are just a distributor, but they've got several people in under them, and that's helping keep them at 400. You know, they're still building their business or whatever. But to become a diamond, you got to have 1 emerald and 1 ruby and 3 additional 400 boxes on the side there. Okay. Okay, now there's 2 things that happen when you become a diamond. The first thing that happens is you get a 2% pay raise. And I'm going to show you the chart here in a few seconds. But like before, we were saying, like, on your top line, you earn 10 to 15% depending on if you personally enrolled them or not. As a diamond, you're going to earn 12 to 17%. You get a 2% raise throughout your organization. So it goes up 2%. And also, on the fast start bonuses, as you guys, we've talked about before, a fast start bonus, you get $100 every time you enroll a distributor and they get their first 2 customers in 30 days and they're commission qualified, you get $100. When you get to diamond, it goes from 100 to 180. The only difference is if you personally enroll them, which we're going to get into that here in a minute. If you personally enroll them, it's 180. And then even if you don't enroll them, like if someone else in your organization enrolls them, you're going to get $80, even though you didn't have anything to do with it. The person that enrolled them will get the 100, but you'll get 80. And it goes up to 150. It goes from $80 to 150 when you become ambassador. Which, like I said, I'll go over that a little bit here, a little bit more in a second. All right. Whoops. I clicked way too far ahead. Hang on a minute. All right. So as I was just saying, now here's another important thing to remember. Once you become diamond, you are not going to earn these fast starts on anyone that you had enrolled prior to you becoming a diamond. So like this emerald chart over here, you know, you've already got all these people in there because obviously you had to get them to emerald to even become diamond. So if someone over here enrolls someone, you're not going to get that $80 bonus. It has to be someone after you become a diamond. So here's an example. Let's say you just become diamond and you enroll a new distributor and you decided to put them under this little box over here because maybe you're trying to build this little box up to be more than just a 400 box. You want it to be a ruby or an emerald. So you place that distributor under this new person. This new distributor that you place is now linked to your diamond rank. So when they become fast start qualified, you're going to get the regular 100 that you have always gotten for fast start qualifications, plus 80 as a diamond. You get that $80 bonus as a diamond. So you're going to get $180. And like I said, this only happens for people that are new to your chart after you become diamond. Like the people before, it does not affect. You still would only get the $100 fast starts from them. But any new person that you enroll, and then if they enroll any new person, that's when you start getting the $80 added on, okay? And then like here, like this person that you signed up and placed under the 400 box, and you got the fast start on them, well then they sign up to distributors by themselves, okay? And they become fast start qualified. Then you're going to get $80. They'll get the 100, but you're going to get $80. And you can do this unlimited. I mean, it's like 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Like every time somebody signs up a distributor and they become fast start qualified, it's $80. Even if you didn't sign them up, if someone else signed them up, you get $80. And like I said, if you personally enroll them after you become a diamond, you get the normal 100 plus the 80. And if any distributor under you, if any distributor under any distributor you enroll after you become a diamond becomes fast start qualified, you get 80. So that can be a little confusing too. So it's basically after you become diamond, any new people that you sign up into your organization, they make you eligible for that extra 80, and then any people that they sign up. So the people before, they're not included in that. Okay, and you will earn the $80 on everyone and under these new people until they become a diamond themselves, and then they will pick up and start earning the $80 off the people that's in under them. So that's something to keep in mind too. Now here's the cool thing. Like I already mentioned, if you're a diamond, you get $80 as a bonus for every time somebody comes fast start qualified. As a double diamond, it goes to 120. A triple is 135, a presidential is 145, and an ambassador is 150. So every time an ambassador diamond signs a new distributor themselves, personally enrolls a new distributor, and they become fast start qualified, they get $250 because they're getting the regular 100 fast start bonus, and then they're getting the $150 bonus fast start on top of that. Okay, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier before, when you become diamond, you also get a 2% pay raise throughout your organization. And you can see I've wrote that out here. So like on level 1, instead of getting the 10%, you would get 12. Level 2 is 12, and then it's 7,774 plus 5% on top of that if you enrolled them yourself. So that's one cool thing about becoming a diamond. Not only do you get the $80 fast start bonuses, you also get a 2% pay raise on everyone under your organization. This is what we call, well, I'll get into that in a minute because I want to get confused myself if I don't. Wait a minute. Okay, so like I already said, once you hit diamond, you get a 2% pay raise on anyone that is emerald or below on your chart. Okay, and then once you are double diamond, anyone that is a diamond under you, you're going to get 4% of their group volume. And I'm going to show you some charts in a minute because I know this is confusing. And now if you think about that, a diamond generally has around 10,000 in group volume. So if you get 4% of that, it's $400 extra on top of just your regular commissions. But if you enroll this person, like we said before, you're going to get an extra 5%. So that's 9%. So that's $900. Now, if you look at this chart here on the bottom, this is kind of like the one I showed you in the beginning, you know, where I explained like until you get to Ruby, like you're only going to get commissions off the first few levels. And then as you keep promoting, like you go all the way down to you're getting commissions off of every level. So this is pretty much the same concept. This is when you hit diamond, this is that pay raise that you get. So you're getting what the normal commissions plus this on top of that. And then we're going to look at a chart here so you can understand, because I didn't understand it till I looked at the chart myself. But like on this double diamond, second generation, you get 4%. And then once, like if that person gets a diamond and under them, you won't be able to pick up that other 2% until you become a triple. So let's go ahead and look at the chart because this makes it easier for me. So this is if you were a double diamond, and to be a double diamond, you've got to have 1 emerald in under you, 1 diamond in under you, and then 3 other qualified legs, 400 boxes in under you. And so the emerald and the 3 qualified legs, you're just going to get your normal commissions on them, which as a double diamond, you will get a 2% increase on that. So you will be getting like these 2 on the top, you will be getting probably 17% if you personally enrolled them of their commissions, and you probably get 17 on all of those because they're directly in under you. Now this diamond leg down here at the bottom, this is your second generation, because this person is also a diamond, so they're getting a lot of the cool perks you're getting, but you're going to be getting 4% bonus on top of that, on top of what you normally would get from them, and it's from their group volume. Okay, and like we said before, on average, a diamond's group volume is around 10,000. So you're looking at anywhere from $400 to $900 extra dollars just as a bonus on top of normal commissions from that diamond that's in under you. Now it starts to make more sense to me once you get up a little higher. Like here's a triple diamond. Okay, and a triple diamond has to have 2 diamond legs in under them and 1 double diamond leg in under them, and then 2 other qualified legs or 400 boxes. And so they're going to be getting that 4% second generational bonus, we call it, on the 2 diamonds that are under them. And they also going to get that on this double diamond that is under them. But the thing about this is a double diamond also has a diamond in under them. So that diamond on the very bottom, that's your 3rd generation diamond. If that makes sense. This confuses the crap out of me, this part does. But basically what you're doing is all your diamonds that are on your first diamonds in your legs, those are your second generation. And then any diamonds in under them, that's your 3rd generation. And then if there's a diamond in under them, then it's your 4th generation. And it just keeps going on down. So you're going to earn 4% on your second generation. That means that's any diamond or double diamond or triple diamond that's directly in under you, like they're at the top of the box. You're going to earn 4% on them. And then if there's any diamonds or double diamonds or anything in under them, then it goes down to 2%. And if we go back and look at this little chart here I showed you, so it's so you get the 2% diamond raise like we said before. So anybody that's emerald or below, you're going to get a 2% raise on them regardless. Then once they hit diamond, your first diamonds on your chart, you're going to get 4%. And then if there's diamonds in under them, it goes to 2%. And then it goes to 1 and 1. So once you get ambassador, you're going to have probably lots of diamonds, like several levels deep in your organization. So you're going to be getting like 1% of their volume, which is not bad considering, they're so far down in your organization. So this is probably the part that will confuse most people the most, I think, because it confuses me the most. But again, all these people that are not in these you see these little gray boxes, like where it says second generation and all that, like these other people that are just kind of hanging out here, like you're going to get 2% on top of them. These are just like people, these are your 1st generation people. Okay, they're nowhere in a diamond, any kind of diamond organization. They're just regular distributors. They might be rubies or executives or maybe even emeralds, but they're not anywhere in a diamond organization. Once they fall into a diamond organization, then you're going to get 4% on that entire organization. Like this entire box right here, you're going to get 4% on the entire group volume. And the same thing for this diamond, the double diamond and the other diamond. So I hope that's not too confusing for you guys. That's really the best way I know how to explain it. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to kind of show you what these different ranks looks like once you get to diamond. Like I've already explained it before, diamond is you have 1 emerald and 1 ruby in under you, and then 3 other qualified legs. And then double diamond, you have 1 diamond and 1 emerald in under you, and 3 other qualified legs. And then to be triple diamond, you have a double diamond in under you, and 2 other diamonds, and 2 qualified legs. And then to become a presidential, you have a triple, a double, 2 diamonds, and 1 qualified leg. And then ambassador has a presidential, 2 triples, and 2 doubles in under them. So as you guys can kind of see, like to move up the ranks in this business, you need like 5 really strong legs that you can build on. Like I myself right now, I only have 4 legs, and I wouldn't call all of them strong. 2 of them are pretty good, but I have 4 legs. And I've been kind of putting off building that 5th leg because I want to get everyone else built up first. But you want to have 5 really strong legs because that's how you're going to promote. Because you can stay as a triple, which is 3 strong legs. And you can, I mean, it only takes you 2 strong legs to go diamond, but you got to have 5 strong legs to go ambassador. And then as we've talked about in the past, black diamond, there's only 2 in the company right now. There was 3, and Kami, she went to corporate to work. But to be a black diamond, you have to have monthly commissions of at least $100,000 for 6 consecutive months. And then you are a black diamond. And as a black diamond, you receive a bonus of $100,000 paid out in equal payments of $4,000 over the next 25 months. So, and lots of cool perks. Like, they take really good care of our black diamonds. They take good care of our ambassadors too, but they take really good care of our black diamonds. Okay, and here's another thing to keep in mind. Once you hit the rank of ruby, from ruby and up, you don't have to necessarily have every little box on your chart at 400 anymore. Like, you're probably, like, you're going to have most of them there. You'll have to, but not all of them. And the way that you can maintain your rank is through what they call monthly maintenance. And so, like, for ruby, you have to have a group volume of 4,000 to maintain ruby, but you can only have half of that coming from any one leg. So, like, you can't have one leg that's got like a ton of volume, like you've got some crazy person down there working for you and getting you all this volume and stay ruby. It has to come from at least 2 different legs, and only half can come from one of those legs, if that makes sense. So, like, if you're trying to hit the 4,000, like, one of your legs, you can only take 2,000 from it, and you can only take 2,000 from another. So, and then, like, you know, they're all like that. Like emerald, you have to have 8,000 and no more than 4,000 coming from one leg, and it goes on up. So there's another way that you can maintain your rank after you hit it. Like, you're going to have all those boxes at 400 to hit the rank, but after you hit it, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to do that to maintain that rank. And now our loyal customer bonus. This used to be the car bonus, but they kind of took the car part away, because most people, I think, just wanted the money instead of the car. But to get the car bonus, or the loyal customer bonus as they call it now, you have to personally enroll and maintain a minimum of 60 loyal customers and accumulate 3,000 in personal volume for the month. And you'll get a $600 bonus. And this bonus is paid out every month that both of these requirements are met. Now, for them to be a qualified active loyal customer, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have their auto ship on and they're buying stuff. It just means that they have either paid their $50 to become a customer, or they finished their 3 months and they're still an active customer. They didn't cancel their account out or whatever. So you have to have at least 60 qualified customers and under you, and have 3,000 in personal volume. So, I mean, it takes quite a bit to get 3,000 in personal volume. So you might not have to sign 60 every month, but, like, you're going to have to do that at least once or twice, and then kind of keep quite a bit of customers rolling and under there to keep that 3,000 in volume up. So it is doable, though. There's several people in our company that have got this bonus and still get it. Okay, here's another important thing I wanted to talk about. It's compression, and this is what I mean by compression. Like, let's say, okay, you sign someone up and under you, and then you sign up like 2 more distributors, and you place in under that person, and you're trying to build them to an executive, maybe to help yourself promote or just help them out or whatever. And things are going pretty good, and then all of a sudden that first distributor that you signed up just quits on you. Like, they don't do anything. They don't run an auto ship. They may even completely cancel out their account and just, like, disappear into thin air. And you're probably thinking, well, what happens to that that volume that's in under them? Like, you know, because if they're, like, way down in your organization, you might not even be getting any commission off of that. So what happens is, if somebody is not commission qualified, or they cancel, or they disappear into thin air, the volume and under them will bump up a level. It compresses up. And here's an example. It says Sally is commission qualified in the month of March and has an order placed on her 3rd level by Bill, who is also commission qualified. One of the 2 distributors between Sally and Bill does not become commission qualified in March. This will cause Bill's order to be paid on Sally's 2nd level instead of her 3rd level. So it's kind of like you just remove that person completely from the chart, if you want to look at it that way. And so everyone in under them, their volume bumps up a level. Okay, so you'll still get paid on it. It'd just be like that you took that person that's not commission qualified, or that canceled their account out or whatever, just imaginarily remove them from your chart. Like, they're still physically there, but their volume will compress up. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So if you have somebody quit on you, or they're just not commission qualified, that doesn't necessarily mean anything for you, because their volume is going to go up. It's going to bump up. Okay, now here is our income disclosure statement. This is the most recent one from 2015. They haven't done a new one since then. It's still the same. And you guys have probably looked at this. If you've not, I mean, I would, something to look at and study over. I've studied over it quite a lot. But you can see here the percentage of all distributors in our organization. Majority of them are just distributors. They're not executives or anything. I mean, they're just on the first level is the distributor. And the different things you can look at out here, you can see the monthly high for like how much each of these ranks are making, and then the monthly low, and then the average, and then also how many months they were in the company. Like for instance, the quickest anyone's gone double diamond's been in a month. So 1 month was the lowest it took someone to go double diamond. The lowest it took somebody to go ambassador was 1 year. The highest it took someone to go ambassador was 69 months. And I mean, you can just kind of look on there. That'll give you an idea. Like, don't get discouraged if you jump in this company and you're not ambassador tomorrow. Okay, like you've got time. And I'm behind on this. According to this, I should be like a triple diamond, and I'm not there yet on the average anyway. So don't get discouraged. But this is kind of a good thing to look at. I like to look at it and kind of plot and think about how rich I'm going to be someday. But anyway, there's our income disclosure. And then like what we've already went over, we've talked about wrap cash. We've talked about fast start bonuses. We've talked about residual income, commissions. We've talked about those leadership bonuses, which is basically the fast start bonus, like that you get on top of the regular fast start bonus for the diamonds and above. And the only thing we haven't talked about yet is our promotional bonuses. And this is our current promotional bonus. And this, I think, is going to be around for the rest of this year, and it may change next year. They'll probably do something different, but it'll be something pretty similar. And as you guys can see, most of you that are on here have just joined this business. And so you're going to go for your first rank, which is diamond. If you can go diamond in 3 months, they're going to give you a $10,000 bonus. If you can't do it in 3 months, but you can do it in 6 months, they're going to give you $5,000. And it just goes up from there. Like if you can do double diamond in 4 months, you get $30,000. If you can't do it in 4 months, you can do it in 8 months, and you'll get 15. So these are our current bonuses. So anywhere from 5,000 to 150,000 is what you're looking at if you hit these ranks. So you guys have already been in the business about a month, close to a month, so you still got 2 more months that you can get the $10,000 diamond bonus. And as we just seen on the chart before this, people have done it in a month or less. So it's very doable. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video from recording so I can answer questions. As soon as I can figure out how to do that here.